Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dustin and today we're going to be doing what I call a me day. The last couple of weeks, for those of you who are watching or paying attention, I have been doing a lot of grinding in History of Ruins. In fact, I've done 40 hours as of yesterday. And after yesterday, sorry, my throat's a little hollow today. After doing about 40 hours of Histria, I just can't bring myself to do any more for right now. So we're doing a me day, which is pretty much anything that I want to do. We're going to be doing Lifeskill because I do go back and forth between Lifeskill and grinding. Whenever I feel discouraged about grinding, I move on to Lifeskill, and whenever I get bored of Lifeskill, I go back to grinding. You can call it an infinite cycle in some ways. But without any further ado, let's hop into it. Let me get things set up. There we go. So, as you can see, the checklist on the bottom right is very simple. Gathering and don't hurt my wrist. Yesterday, after I did 4 hours at Histria, getting up to a total of 40, my left wrist felt like it was in pain. And there was pressure, which means that there's more so inflammation than anything else. When I was younger, the very first time I ever played on a drum set, I did not use proper wrist like technique, and I ended up hurting my wrist pretty bad. I was in a splint for like 2-3 weeks. It was really bad. So is that? No, it wasn't. Okay, but the guild was somebody that I recognized. Anyways, I need to actually also do my checklist for my Karak that I'm going for. So another announcement before I get back to my story time. Today we have sub mode only on for 2 minutes. I usually have sub mode on just because of bots. I don't really like dealing with bots. So I decided instead of 5 minutes, I'll turn it down to 2 minutes. So if you are new to the channel and you sub, you can't talk and chat for at least the first 2 minutes, which is a bit better than 5. And I might actually keep it for 2 minutes for future. The reason for that is simple, that I'm trying to grow my channel, and part of it is I want people who are going to potentially be like people who will watch my content. I want them to at least make that decision to hit the subscribe button, kind of forcing people's hands in some ways, but it's also so I don't have to deal with freaking bots, because bots are just annoying. Like, you should go check out this adult dating website. It's like, how about I don't and you F off? Okay, so we got plenty of tiers, both from me and the game. I think that was everything. Back to Balenos. Put this in Olvia. Inside Balenos, we'll put these away, and then in Calphion, put this away. I need to sell that. I'm also going to do some sniper rifle hunting today, and possibly just go around and kind of find out what all the different things are over in Land of the Morning Light, all the new mini games and such, because I want to experience them. So anyways, back to my drumming story. So I'm pretty sure that I did some pretty good damage to it. Like I said, I was in a splint for like 3 weeks, maybe longer, and as a result, my left wrist specifically, because it's my non-dominant hand as well, it does have, from time to time, really bad pain and really, I would say, intense issues. And from the constant grinding that I had been doing the last couple of weeks, it is definitely taking its toll for sure. So, much like I've done before in the past, I just got to monitor it, be careful, and not do anything too crazy. And some of those are a little easier than others. So, we're going to do our gathering XP today. Let me get my gatherer's clothes. I do know that there's only one of the tools that I don't have, and that is a tanning knife. I don't have it at Pen, but I do have it back at Tet. I did have it at Tet and raw tapped it, and it failed, and it was a whole thing there. So that's the only thing I don't have Pen. Everything else is Pen. I've been slowly working on this. Not only are they Pen, they're also branded, so they also will not consume as much durability, which is very nice. So that's what we're doing. Let me hop on Star here and then head to the Abyssal Well after I casually go over here and go Oh, that person was active. I was going to send him a guild invite. Speaking of which, if you are also new to the game, Gods of Blood, which is not a PvP guild, a lot of people like to think it is, it does kind of give that sort of feeling like, oh, these people are a bunch of cracked out people who love blood and who want to go spilling it and stuff like that. It's not a cult either, although that does exist in Black Desert in some cases. We're a PvE or PvX guild, if you will. If you want to participate in PvP, you can. Just know that if you are going to be that toxic and that guy, we might drop you for that reason. But for the most part, as long as you're chill, relaxed, and no real like, what's what I'm looking for? There's no like real gear requirement or anything like that either. So whatever gear you might have, we welcome all. We have a lot of people who are actually new to the game in general in the guild too. And some people don't typically stick it out either because they just move on to other things once they realize just how grindy the game is. So for what it's worth, that is a thing. I do also want to mention that there's a playlist that I'm going to be listening to. I went through and found the channel, the No Copyright Sounds. They have over 30 million subs. NCS is their YouTube. Wait, what? No Copyright Sounds, but then there's a playlist that I'm going to listen to that's going to be the best of electronic. That is NCS Arcade and NCS. So I don't know what that's all about. Most of these, if not all of these, are copyright free. So it's an entire playlist. So I'm just going to have it just go through. So I'm going to link the playlist in chat. So if you guys want to listen to the entire playlist, be my guest. I will say that I don't know if any of these songs do have cuss words, because sometimes they do, so there's that. Just adjusting the volume. Probably gonna get loud here. A little bit. That should be alright. Do I have any like special seeds in storage? I have no idea. I'm not seeing any. It's not special, it's mystical, I think. Check the source inventory. No. So I think it's just a matter of doing this and then hopefully getting one of the magical or mystical or whatever they're called seeds. They take up 5 times the normal amount of storage or plots, I guess. So that's 5. No. It's gonna be 6, 7, 8. I need at least 3 more. So 10 here, 1 over there on the 1. So I need 1 more. There's 2. Nice. Onions seem to always give me like 1 extra than what I need every time I go to harvest, so. In case anybody's new and wondering what the heck I'm doing here, this is farming. It's one of the life skills in the game. We're not going to do like every life skill today because I don't have any intentions to do like trading or training or bartering, sailing, any of those. Although I did start by being in my boat a little bit. But here, these, every time that you get like an item, when you do the pruning or is it there's another one, remove pests, I think, kill pests, you get a little bit of farming every time the items pop up. So how life skill stuff works, every time the box shows up and shows you your loot, you gain XP right then and there. So in my case, I'm farming Master 2. Master 2 does take a bit of time to get to. I haven't been focused on doing farming stuff yet, but farming is probably one of the more tedious, boring ones because you have to wait for the crops to mature to a point where they start having issues. And when they start having issues, that's when you go and you prune or kill bugs, do that stuff. And that's how you get XP here. It takes a bit of time to actually get going, and there are some ways that you can manipulate the game to do the events faster. The big one being growing a crop in a place where it doesn't really grow. Of course, now I get that one. Nice. So where I'm at, for instance, the coastal cliff near Velia, it's very wet, so crops that need like dry, arid, or not as humid spots, they would actually proc the issues more often than not. So I do that, and then do that. Back up, so that one was a good one. I think the Spirit Leaf gives it a little bit more than just like the Caterpillar. Caterpillar you get a lot, but Spirit Leaf is more of a rare drop, so that makes sense. A lot of people have alts specifically for this. Shy is a class that, if you're wanting to get into life skilling entirely, Shy is a really good class for that because she gets a lot more life skill XP faster than most other, or all other classes. So up to you if you really want to get into life skilling and just do it quickly. Shy is your best bet. You can do it on any character, obviously. Any character. These stats are this character, so my Kuno, Safrina Rose, these stats are for her. Any of my other characters have independent stats. Let's prune that. I need one more normal. Most of the time, too, once the crop gets to 100%, you can harvest them. They go up to 200%, and that's it. There's no benefit to having them at 200%. From 0 to 100%, that's when the events can occur. So if you're trying to do farming and your crop gets up to like 10% and an event occurs, and you look at the... I'll try to show you guys when I'm done here what the list thing looks like. When you get like the little red icons, that means that there's an event going on that needs your attention. I need to stop plant breeding and just harvest these. I got way too many seeds now, but that's fine. Let me go ahead and plant these, add some water and fertilizer to this. If you want to farm it a lot faster and get a lot more XP, what you could do is you can... Please don't be standing there. Nice, they're not. You can't plant a plant when another person is standing in a spot. It's very annoying. But go ahead and grab these. So on the garden here, you can see these are all the different gardens that I have, and these are all the different ones that are growing. You can see that the onions are already 1%. When there's an issue, these icons here light up red, meaning that they require your attention. And what you do is you go up to them and you just fix whatever's the issue. Surprised that they haven't had any issues yet. Also, you can get this chat box 5. I believe it is probably just farming here. I think it is. You can get it to where it shows you in that chat box that there's an issue. Which I'm waiting for there to be an issue, and now there's not going to be one. So let me go put this stuff away in storage, and then it'll probably be like, oh, your farm needs your attention. Farming is definitely one of those set and forget sort of things, because it takes literal hours for the crop to grow. If you time it correctly, you can probably get maybe 3, possibly 4 harvests a day. That just requires you to constantly be, logged in the game. They don't grow if you don't have the game open. So having the game minimized to tray is a way to let the crops still grow. Trying not to listen to the music and try to finish my thought here. It's not easy.
Oh, by the way, have you met Chucky yet?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Have you met Chucky yet? Yo, what's up, bro? I'm pretty sure it's not how he actually sounds. I'm not into horror movies. My sister is, though, so I kind of have an idea of some of these people. Oh, gosh. Alright, so over here, if we look at the crop, you see it takes 3 hours 37 minutes to grow. If this has an issue like prune or kill pests, what will happen is it will basically double the amount of time. So if you were like religiously going at this, you could probably get comfortably 3 a day, possibly 4 harvests, but a lot of it really depends on like how long the time is. And that's also for full fertilizer and full groundwater. So right here we just got crawling with bugs and that sort of stuff, so we can go through and double check things. This one here has some, so which one do I know? I can just click on this and it will actually point me to it. So from here I just go over. You can kind of see on this one there's like a little yellow line. On this one it's kind of red a little bit. The red indicates that there's an issue, so you just go and kill pests. And this is how you get a lot more XP as well. It's just sitting here and waiting for them to grow. Literally watching paint dry if you're inside the game. But you can also just like minimize the tray for a little bit. Just note, side note with this is considered a combat zone, so other people can flag up and kill you. You can circumvent that by having a character below level 50. There's a quest that you have to complete to get to level 50. If you never do that quest, people cannot kill you. Unless, I think if it's a GVG, guild versus guild, so if your guild has an active declaration, they might be able to kill you. But if you're, you know, not interested in it, there is also ways underneath guilds where you can provide, I believe it's protection, which is indicated by the shield. So if you're constantly just over there getting killed by another person in a GVG, request protection and they can never kill you.
I just wish he knew.
Alright, enough about farming. Let's go and move on to Land of the Morning Light. I'm going to head up there and we're going to do some stuff. A lot of gathering. Maybe I do want to do some hunting today as well. It's been a bit since I did some hunting, maybe a couple weeks. Let's see. Let's add the gatherer's clothes. Gathering XP, which is good. Inventory is a clutter, but that's alright. Let's hop in the well, and then we're going to head over to Land of the Morning Light. Alright, sorry, I was just looking at Twitter stuff for a second there. I do post a bit more infrequently, or tweet rather. I really should get into a habit of like tweeting when I go live. So we're going Land of the Morning Light. This is going to be 16 million silver, just one-way trip. My Kuno is my life skilling character. She used to do everything, but earlier in the year I started having massive shoulder pain, and playing Kuno was actually too APM intense and it was causing a lot more issues on my shoulder. So in a lot of ways I stopped playing Kuno almost entirely as a result. So she is my life skiller. A lot of people are like, oh, I see, you just throw her aside. And I'm like, my guy, shut up. You play Musa, alright? I don't want to hear it. A lot of people gave me flack for stop playing Kuno, and I'm like, I literally physically am getting to a point where it hurts too much to play. Like, I don't know, what do you want from me? That's a person. I thought that was like a knowledge node thing. Alright, so from what I gathered, there's a lot of different spots here in Land of the Morning Light to gather. A lot of different trees. I'm sure I'm passing a lot of them. What I'm curious about is there is a title about the Go One Plateau over here. If you guys missed it a couple streams ago, I went through and did all the Kebi chests, the Eye of the Adventure books, volumes 1 through 9. 1 through 4 was one stream, 5 through 9 was the next stream, and on the 5 book here, each one of these was 20 chests. So I'm very familiar with the region now. Not exactly my preferred method of learning everything, but, you know, it worked. So we're going to Go One Plateau because there's a lot of reeds, and there's a title for gathering 1,000 reeds. Now, as far as I know, I think I have... Oh, I do have 1,000 on the marketplace. Did I ever get that title? Hang on. Title. Read. Oh, I did get it. Nice. Never mind then. So, you had to gather 1,000 reeds to do that. And I did get the hoe gathering event a few times there. Now, as far as other things, I don't really know what else. Maybe along the way. We're going to head over to Hunt Kebby, though. If I find some things, I might start using different tools and whatnot. I believe there's a tanning event. I don't know for sure. I should probably take a look at the patch notes from when they introduced them. And I do want to also point out, if you hit P, go to Lifeskill and check this. It actually tells you how to go about getting this if you don't have it. And it basically works for everything on this list except for water scooping. There's no minigame for that because why would there be? You're just scooping water. Imagine if there was, though. Hit spacebar correctly 5 times to get like 5 times the amount of water or something. I think it's actually 10 times or something ridiculous, so. But higher level increases chance to not consume energy while gathering. That's just a gathering staple. And then your life skilling mastery, so 495 here, and then all these other things here. I don't have my tools equipped, but the pen ones I believe give 400. Yeah, and this one's going to give 320. Or 300, excuse me. So everything is essentially over 1,000, which is good. That's where I want it to be. I do want to get this up to Guru 1 at some point in my life. Now's a good time to get into doing pretty much anything, life skilling or combat. They have huge buffs going on. The only other buff that I've seen higher than the 50% for life is 100%, which they do as well kind of frequently throughout the year, maybe like 2 or 3 times throughout the year. So I'm surprised they didn't just say 100%, to be honest with you. Because that 1,000% combat is usually 500% when it's 50% for life skill, so... But as usual, I feel Perlibus tends to focus combat more than life skill, which kind of hurts me, but whatever. We're going to start off with some sniping, though. I really enjoy sniping. Plus, there's a daily mission. I kind of want to do that first, and then maybe start doing some of the gathering stuff, like try to get some logs, get the log minigame, do the log minigame successfully, you know. Is there anybody over here? Does not look like it. So to go over hunting sniper rifle, you can put up a pre-order for it. So if you type in Marnie, you should be able to find Marnie sniper rifle. It is very expensive for the plus 10. But just getting a base and enhancing it, you know, there's a lot of pre-orders, but getting a base is also pretty good. To craft one, let's see if I can find my sniper rifle. There it is. You need a few different things. You need a normal sniper rifle, which is pretty simple to make. That. This actually doesn't say. Huh. Sad. It's not too bad, though. Scorching Sun gemstones. Not just the fragments, but the actual gemstones. This is a Calvia thing, Calphion Elvia. Firehorns, so you need 1,000 from just doing normal hunting. You get these firehorns. Mysterious powder times 1,000. These are only available through very specific means, one of which is the Dokebi Forest. You can get mysterious powder through the 2 different nodes there. You can also get it from Hamo Island down over here. And I believe Golden Pig Cave is the other one. Yeah. So you can get all those over there. I believe there might also be one of Biombawe. Yeah, Crystal of Decimation, Mysterious Powder. So those are all the different nodes that you can get that Mysterious Powder, and you need 1,000. So it is a worker exclusive item, which for me, having run the game, I've made 2, and I have enough for like another one right now if I wanted to, or I can just sell these on the marketplace for a pretty good penny. I'm not gonna sell them though, because part of me is like, I might need it in the future, who knows? Oh, yuck. But Hunt Kebby here gives you 3 different missions. One being hunt the boar, hunt a hawk, and hunt the bears. So you need 30 boars, 10 hawks, and 10 bears. And then when you do this, you get this sticky honey, You take 10 sticky honey, which I'm at 9, plus 300 pork, combine them together with simple cooking, and you actually get honey-coated meat, which is a boss summon item. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to check out that. Let me get my hunting damage, and then also get my crystal build for damage, even though I don't know if it's actually going to do anything. Might as well, because you never know. I do need to equip this to Chakram, though, because it does have the Karanda Heart. I don't know if the Narchilian stuff can do that. If it can, great. If it can't, then oh well. And then let's go ahead and get into some hunting, shall we? So, if I move that, do this. So hunting, how it works, right mouse goes into scope. You can zoom in, zoom out, although I'm so used to zoom in, I'm probably not going to zoom out too much. Maybe I'll mess around with it a little bit. So how this is going to work, I'm going to do a practice shot just to show you guys. So the yellow circle, you want to at least let go when it's somewhere in the yellow circle. That will do damage. If you go all the way down to that final point, I don't believe it does any damage. I think it actually counts as a miss somehow. It's weird. Your objective is to line those blue like quarter circles with the white. What that does is that actually gives you a perfect shot. Perfect shot gives you a lot more damage, and then the white circle or a headshot is going to be a critical. So in an ideal world, what you want to do is you want to line that up to do both a critical shot and a perfect shot. Just like that. For the sake of this stream too, I probably will remove this. Oh, that's not part of the scene. Hang on. Put that there and do that. There we go. Bang. Exactly, sir. So just for part of the stream, I'll actually have that hidden. And if people come to be a nuisance, then whatever. But yeah. You can actually see an X-ray frame of like what you killed, so very nice. You do need a butcher knife for this as well, so keep that in mind, and you will get a ton of resources in doing hunting. So here is a bear, for instance. We're gonna just try to boom. The reload minigame, I also scuffed that one. The little icon goes back and forth on the bottom, and you want to hit spacebar when it's in the middle, and you reload instantly when you do. Otherwise, if you just let the timer tick down, or if you accidentally hit the wrong button or hit it at the wrong time, it will just reload very slowly. It's what I consider a slow reload. Like this is a slow reload. So we just got to do this enough, and then with hunting with the Marnie rifle, there are caveats with it. So if you do a headshot, it does not only more damage, but you also have a higher chance to get better loot. So you always want to aim for a headshot, because if you hit the like torso or like a leg, you actually get less resources as a result. So it is a more skillful way to hunt, which I do enjoy. Also, you have, you know, birds, which are sometimes a little difficult. I clipped his wing on the X-ray over there, so I'm actually going to get less. But birds are also kind of hard to locate sometimes. There he is. I wish that it would ping on the mini-map, or like maybe set a waypoint as to where the bird is that you shot, or like the creature that you last shot. That would be kind of helpful. A lot more than you might think. If you want to just train with the sniper rifle too, on this side over here, there's a scarecrow somewhere out over there. Give me a second. I'm gonna turn up the graphics because the distant mountains look very blocky, and I do know that there is a scarecrow out there that I practiced on for a bit before I actually went into hunting. I just don't remember exactly where it is. Here's a good spot for practicing with it. There's a couple scarecrows there. There's one there. I know there's some higher up, like over here. So you can actually use this to just kind of practice. That was a miss, apparently, by the game standards. There is also, as weirdly enough, there's also like a range thing, like a max range. So how do you know if you're going to shoot something, if it's in range or not? The crosshair should turn red. You see how it's blue and now it's red as it goes in and out? That's how you know you're about to hit something. So up here, if I do it, you see how it's not turning red? I'm not going to hit this because it's outside of range. There's no way to cancel it other than holding down the button until the little bar runs out, and then, you know, you can then move around and do stuff. So keep that in mind when you're hunting. If it's red, then you're going to do a hit, so you want to try to line it up and boom, get a good shot. If it doesn't turn red, then you're not going to hit something, which to me is kind of annoying. Like, that sniper doesn't have range for it, really? You know? Okay, so you bird. I moved it too fast last second. Let me try to do the birds. Birds are kind of more annoying for the daily, so we're going to hunt those, kind of prioritize them. Plus, there's not 10 in the area, so I do need them to respawn at some point. They're deceivingly further away than you might think. I missed? Hello? That was a perfect shot. Looks like it was a wing shot. Now, where did I kill it? This is the thing I really don't like about hunting with the sniper rifle, is I don't know where this bird was. But the worst part is it can also be in a tree, so sometimes okay, there it is. And then this happens too, where the exploration or like the harvest node is over here, but the bird's over here. So yeah, it's so weird. I wish they would fix this. It's been in there since day one, so. That was a body shot, but okay. That was a normal hit. Looks like it could have been a... I wish you could also like orient this to like be a little bit better. It's not a headshot, it was like a breast shot, it looks like. Still a little over 130-ish meat, so not bad. Okay. That's not how birds fly game. Was a normal shot. Definitely like belly. Hello? Alright, is that it? Yeah, that's it. Oh, come on. You can also damage it like this, and I believe hitting it on the final shot, like headshot or something, will not mess up the loot table. I don't think. I could be wrong. That was a head. Okay, it wasn't a headshot, but at least was a hit. Come on. That definitely was a, like, stomach shot, I think. So where is this bird at? There he is. Yeah. The node's here, he's over there. Leave me alone, boar. Sometimes by hunting other creatures, the, like, boars or bears will get mad at you. Boars, bears, and hawks. Oh my, am I right? So let me just boop. No. I really dislike hunting hawks. I really do. They move too much. I swear I hit them more often than I actually do. That apparently was a hit. Yeah. Too zoomed in on that. Where'd you go? There you are. That was a hit. Oh, it's probably because the crosshair was too much. And this is far over to the right as I can go, so. Okay. Can you tell I don't really like hunting hawks? Okay. Might also be because I'm too zoomed in, but I'm trying to go for headshots, you know. There we go. I don't know. I don't think that was a headshot. That looked kind of like a breast shot. Not gonna lie. Could have been like a neck. No, that was definitely a breast shot. Never mind. So 3 more. Hello, bird. It's like the okay. He's gonna get up. Okay, well, I had a perfect shot and then I messed it up, so go me. It was like roughly over here somewhere. There we go. Deceivingly, they are further than they appear sometimes. That him? That's him. Okay. And I've mentioned this before, but I do not like... So, I've talked about this before on a previous stream when I was checking it out or like kind of showing you guys. So, I'm gonna R&B looking at the bird here. And if I look to the right and then let's say just shoot, for instance, what happens is it saves my last known location that I was looking at to the right of the bird. But when I right mouse out, I'm looking at the bird again. So when you right mouse, think of it as that's your anchor point. If this bird goes over to the right, like a distance, when I go out, I then have to move my camera over and then kind of guess where he's at. Okay, that one was a headshot. And he was like next to this tree somewhere. He's on the other side of the tree. He looked like he was on the tree, not gonna lie. So yeah, sense of scale is something that you kind of pick up on doing this more, and it just comes down to practice more than anything. The big one being like aiming, for instance, getting the time down on the reload, getting the time down on the little like damage shot. Is this him? Yeah, it's him. So what I'll do for hawks or most animals, if I'm hunting them, like usually when you hit them, they come running at you like this. But if for some reason they don't, oh, that boar's also looked like he was interested. Okay, never mind. Let me just dodge out of the way here because this bear is going to do a lot of damage if I'm not careful. What you can do is in between each shot, just kind of back up and reposition your camera angle to look at them. Oh, that was back attack damage. That was a lot of... Ooh, Breath of the Morning, 3. Nice. Hey, come here. Shot him, perfect shot in the booty. Trying to get him to come after me, but he just ran off like a coward. Come back here, bear. There he is. So usually I'll line up my crosshair with whatever I'm trying to hunt and then, you know, go from there. Ah, I thought he was going to keep going forward. Hello, bear. Right between the eyes. If someone's starting on hunting, like a good area to start at our guide to read. As far as hunting goes, one of the best places to go to for power leveling is rhinos or feather wolves. Both those locations, though, you do need health potions, like, quite badly. So getting an infinite health potion would probably be better in that regard. Otherwise, there are multiple different hunting places all throughout the normal, not sniper rifle areas. For a while, when I first started out, there's a region next to Euphoria Ridge. It's not the best in the world, but it's like nobody's ever really there. There's a bunch of wolves and foxes in this area that you can hunt. If you don't want to get attacked by mobs, there's a spot next to Katsveriak over here by Dashir Ruins. In this area, there's a bunch of goats that you can kill. They don't actually damage you. I think that maybe the male goats might get aggressive, but nothing too crazy. Excuse me, boar. I was answering a question. Other areas that you can go to that are not very, like, aggressive. I'm trying to think. There's a couple of different deer and elk spots. I believe, don't quote me on it too much, I believe in this region, east of Valia before Helm's Post, there's an area where you can do, I think, boar, elk, and maybe a couple bears, but nobody really goes there. Down here where the rhino boss is, there's a bunch of rhinos, there's lions, and then there's shadow wolves, there's shadow wolves here and shadow wolves up over here. Rhinos, you can kind of like sit on a rock over here and shoot them over and over to get the rhino XP and stuff. Feather wolves are up over by Campus Sylvia, so there's Grana. It's up over by this little thing here. So it's in between Faddis and Forster Naros, but a little bit off to the right. It's like this area northeast of this little tower. But most of those locations, you're going to need a lot of health potions, or just make sure that you keep an eye on your health potions and health. Oh, come on. That wasn't a perfect shot. That would have killed him. I will say that as far as getting a sniper rifle, if you want to do specifically this, you can purchase the sniper rifle, but to make it, you're going to need those mysterious powder things I was talking about earlier. Don't know if you were here when I was explaining that. It's workers in the new region. Mysterious powder is like 5 nodes for it. You have, I think you only need like maybe 20 contribution to set the whole thing up too. And then if you do the Eyes of the Adventure book, I think it's book 9, you get like 3 artisan workers, 1 for each town, so you can actually use that for that, or just hire them, do it the old-fashioned way. Hello. My maid actually scared me. Every once in a while I'll catch a glimpse of my fairy and it freaks me out. I will say too, the mobs, oh, that was a missed shot, kind of freaked out. What was I saying? The mobs, when they attack you, they actually disrupt the reload animation. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Here, boar. So let's say, you know, I'm waiting, and I butcher this. If he attacks me before, okay, you just don't care about actually showing people, okay. So reload here, he attacks me, knocks me out of it, and it's reloaded right then and there. So you can technically use that. I wouldn't recommend doing it all the time though, because you take damage. That bear is not interested in me. I thought he was. Yeah, infinite health potion would be very good, and it is very good when you're getting into hunting, because you just don't have to worry about your health anymore. You can also power level somebody with hunting. I did it for a buddy of mine who was wanting to get into hunting. I went over to rhinos and I basically helped him kill rhinos, and then he just went and harvested. You don't get XP unless you harvest, like I mentioned earlier. These right here, when they spawn, these are what give you your XP for hunting. So every time that I harvest, that actually contributes toward my Guru 7. And actually, I do want to point out, I don't have much of any buffs running, but these guys are given a decent chunk of XP. Well, that bear just interrupted my reload, but nearly also knocked down 1,200 HP. Leave me alone, bear. This bear, Angie. Well, I didn't get the perfect. Run away. Well, that just... Run away. I will say too, if you don't want to deal too much with potions, you can do like a damage reduction lightstone build. It does affect hunting mobs as well, so they won't do nearly as much damage to you. You can also use crystals to also give you that extra little bit of damage reduction, as well as attack speed and that sort of stuff. I don't know if it's accuracy, but I think the extra AP against monsters might do more damage. I don't know, because it's a completely different type of system. I do have on my hunting build for crystals, I do have a lot of like LT increases, because my biggest issue that I have, because I have the health potion, I've got a campsite I can repair, no issue, is my biggest issue is actually weight. But even then, I have a lot of maids. I could just move, you know, meat and stuff where it needs to go. I just got my first Lightstone stuff. That's new to me. I think it came out late last year. I think it was October last year, maybe November last year. It's been out for a bit, maybe longer actually. It could have been like July of last year or something. Okay, boar. Come on, do your attack. I want to scope you. There we go. Critical, it's fine. It doesn't have to be a perfect shot. Okay, bear. Come here. Oh, I messed that up. I'm being a little spastic. I need to slow down a little bit. I need to hold down left mouse button a little bit longer than I am. Hello, bear. How are you? So I need more boars than bears. Of course, the one I go to shoot looks away from me. 1, 2. I just aggroed the other one. 2. I mess it up. Roll, roll. Fine. Here, let me just trigger you both. A little fast. Oh, that little flick back to him was a little nice, a little nasty with it. I know I'm acting like I played just like won a battle royale or something, you know. Perfect crit is almost enough for me to kill a boar. I think, depending on how the RNG goes, I think I can kill a boar with one shot. I think I've seen it once or twice, but it's been very few and far between. Here, boar. Another boar is running right next to me. He didn't attack me, otherwise I would have interrupted my attack there. There we go. The sound that also plays when you hit that perfect shot, it sounds really, really good. Yes, I'm still listening, YouTube. Ooh, 3 concentrated. It's nice. Depending on RNG and how things like drop for you as well, hunting can be like easily $1 bill an hour profit. But those hours, in my experience, are like 1 in 10 or maybe 1 in 20. A lot of people like to be like, oh, all these life skills are making tons of money. And I'm like, oh, I just aggroed another bear. That's not good. I'd like to point out to those people that I can say the same thing about grinding. Like, you have those hours of grinding where you just have insane RNG. There's a boar pushing me. What? Why am I upsetting the entire animal kingdom here? I might actually die. I'm not even kidding. I thought I killed a boar. Maybe I didn't. Hey, get over here, you guys. No, we just don't care anymore? Get over here. There we go. I'm not. I'm being way too spastic. Oh. So what happened there is I killed him at the same time he did a point of damage to me. So it knocked me out of it. That was nice. Perfect shot. No crit. There we go. There he is. Should not have just spastically hit his back because that's going to affect my loot. Oh well. Come here, bear. This will do like 1 click in. There we go. Ow. They look further away in the sniper rifle. I don't know if that's just first person in this game, because first person does feel very odd. You can't actually do that, by the way. You just mouse wheel all the way up. Like, this is what's considered first person. It just feels very weird to me. Perfect crit headshot, baby. I guess that's what a crit is, but... Alright, a lot more goodies. So I need 1 more bear. I want to try to focus on that. I'm halfway on the boars. Perfect shot. That was his butt. I thought that was his head, not gonna lie. Alright. Ah, a little too late. Perfect. There we go. The reason why I wanted to do the dailies first, one, because I want to get the honey for the tiger boss, but I also wanted to kind of warm up before doing the tiger boss. Okay. If I focus, I can hit him pretty consistent. That was not a perfect. It was too quick, I think. There we go. No perfect, that's fine. And it's totally fine to as well let it swing and then swing back as well. Because even if you let it swing for the reload, there and back, it'll be better than if you messed up, because that reload when you mess up takes so long. I do try to save a lot of time by just hitting it when it's going there versus coming back. Or turn around. There we go. I was trying to pay attention to where he's going. He is this guy here. Oh, where are you going? Oink. Headshot. Okay, 12 more to go, and then the boars are done, and then all the dailies are done at that point. Hello, boar. How are you? That's your butt. But I thought that was his head again. There is also, we haven't had it happen yet, but there is also a cool thing that happens at this spot with, dang it, that was way too late, with a rare mob that spawns. Oh, he has no HP. Game. I hate games that are like, oh, let's have a health bar that actually shows 1% HP, 0.1% HP. There's an event that can occur here where a tiger, bear, or a boar, like a rare one, will spawn. And the tiger is probably the scariest of them. He hits hard for what it's worth. There we go. Another thing too, even though I have music playing, when you left click, that was a perfect headshot, nice. When you go to take the shot, there's a heartbeat. So if you get used to it, the heartbeat plays the same way every single time. So if you're more like an audio more than a visual person, what you can do is you can listen for the heartbeat, and about the time that, I think it's like the second heartbeat, that's when you let go for a perfect shot. Too early. Too spastic right now. Are you mad at me? He is. Randomly, they like aggro at you, I feel. Just bloop. Oh. There we go. Alright, so that's 24. I need 6 more, and then we can do the tiger boss. I almost said liger. Let's just boop. And then boop. What? That was a miss. Excuse me? How? Is my fairy? Fairy, could you please move? I think the game thought I was targeting my fairy. What the? That was apparently a perfect. That felt late for a perfect. My internal clock off today, probably. 4. He must be too far away. Boop. Boop. Oh, missed. Or not perfect. Boop. Nice. Four more to go. Boop. Boop. Perfect headshot. Oh, come on. It's on the line. Just give it to me. Whatever. I swear their butts look like their heads. I'm way too gun-ho today. I need to dial it back, as you can tell. Ooh, that was a perfect. It wasn't a headshot, though. That's how you know if you got good loot as well, is if it says critical shot when they die, that's how you know it was a headshot. So he's dead. It was a critical shot hit, not a perfect shot. But at least it was a critical, and that by itself is good enough for me. I think maybe... Hello? How are you doing, Navi? Missed that one for perfect. There we go. Need one more boar. Yeah, if you mess up on the reload thing, well, you could hit me, knock me out of it, thank you. It can be a little annoying, but that bear mad? Oh boy, that bear might be mad. Bear's mad. Bear, leave me alone. No, 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 no. No. Well, wasn't enough to kill him. There we go. Alright, so that is all 3 dailies done. We're going to talk to Hunt Klebby, and then we're going to Hunt Kebby. Or Klebby? It's Kebby. I keep thinking it's Klebby. Don't know why. Let me equip my normal weapons so I can move a little bit faster. Let's get 3 of those. And now let's make that. So that little bit of time that I did the dailies, 3,000 meat. How long ago was that? Maybe 30 minutes ago? Maybe. I don't think it was an hour. It's not bad. So we need to put this with simple cooking. So simple cooking, honey with this pork. This will make a honey-coated meat. And this is a 7-day thing, so he will disappear after 10 minutes of idleness or 30 minutes after spawned. Loot dropped by mountain shaking thunderpaw is not affected by hunting mastery. That's okay, you know. Honey-coated meat cannot be used with the matchlock equipped. Available from level 50. So this, I need to go to a spot nowhere near here, which is a little annoying, but I've never done this before. So this is my first time actually fighting this guy. From what I gather, he's tough. At least I'm hoping he is, because this is like 3 1/3 dailies. So you have to do the daily that I just did, kill, 10 hawks, 10 boars, and 10 bears, 30 boars, and 10 hawks. You have to do that for 3 days and then do one of the 3 again in order to hunt this guy or do this. So I've never done this before. I don't know how tough it's going to be. I hope it's tough because it took me a little over 3 days to do. And everything in this new region seems to be oriented around bosses. So I'm glad that the hunting is not just a mindless, go shoot things for 4 hours. It actually has like a boss that you can fight. That to me is cool. Plus there's also like the more elite mobs that spawn when you're actually killing. Like I said, you can get an elite bear, elite boar, and an elite tiger that shows up. Boars, bears, and tigers, oh my, I know, but... Alright, so I'm gonna leave my Doom Horse here, actually. What does the Earth set give you? I think it's damage reduction, isn't it? The world may never know if I can't roar. I do need to practice getting roar on my Doom Horse here. So let's talk about training now. This is a part of training that I don't like. Any day now we'll get it. There's no shot that roar is that low on this. Is it? Watch it be. Oh, it's 30%. Never mind. It's pretty low. I was gonna say watch it be like 50 or something. There we go. So this gives all damage reduction and evasion plus for 60 minutes. which I feel like does help with monsters, especially hunting monsters too. Because this is so far out of the way too, I do want to give them credit where credit is due. The fact that they put this far away from the hunting zone is actually really, really nice, because that means other people can't go and steal it from you. Maybe they can't anyways because it's a spawned monster. I don't know, but I'm really, really happy with that design decision. It's very, very nice of them to do that. It might seem like an inconvenience to go and summon it and do it, but it's out of the way of the hunting zone, so that way you're not disturbing other people with it, and you're not being disturbed by other people too. So I 100% really do like it. Oh. Wait, what? Bees have appeared. Do I just shoot the beehive? I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Okay, well. Hello, Thunderpaw. How are you? Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Oh, he's being attacked by bees. Suck it, nerd. Oh no, he's angry. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. I gotta go hide. He's being attacked by bees. Sucks to be you, loser. Don't look at me with that derpy. Run away. Is there? Oh my gosh, he hit hard. Where's the beehive? Where's the bee? Okay, I'm dead from 4.5 years away. I'm so glad bees appeared after I died. He re-healed? Oh, that sucks. Bees, save me. Save me. Ah! I cannot hit that headshot. He's spazzing out, man. Oh my gosh. Where are more beehives at? Wait, is this another one? This is another one. Okay. So this whole fight is oriented around going to the next beehive then. Okay. I like how they don't attack me. That's nice. There's another beehive down here. Hey buddy, how's it going? Come over here. Please do not kill me. I cannot see anything. Is there another one? Is there another one? Please respawn. Oh, there's one over here. Nice. Hey, Thunderpaw, over here. Yeah, come here, come here, come here. Yeah. You or me, buddy. There we go. And he levitates in the air because this is Black Desert. So he seems to have like normal loot. So that's why it says it's not affected by hunting mastery, because he's actually considered like a normal mob. It's pretty cool though. You got 9 mysterious powder out of it too. Nice. So nothing too crazy, right? I'm sure he probably has like a rare drop table too. Like rare items, but that's pretty fun. Died once because I didn't know what I was doing, but that's like an every 3-day thing. So I know there's enough if I do perfect crit shots. I know there's enough beehives, and I think they should respawn by the time he gets done with that last one. So there's like 5 or 6 that I panicked, saw, and did. So, oh, before we leave, there's trees around here. So let's check the tree chopping sim. Let me clean out my inventory a little bit. So I'm put some meat away in there. Gamma is where the blood goes. We'll go back to Calpheon. That's where meat goes. I believe meat goes in there too. And then Valencia, Sandgrain Bazaar is where the hide goes. So put that hide away, the firehorns away. And then in, was it here? Yeah, here's where all the other hides go, which is alright. Alright, good enough. So here, I don't know if fluid collecting has something either, but we'll try both until stuff happens. So if I do move my buff bar back down below. I don't know if fluid collectors have a minigame. I don't know. Really should look at the patch notes. Like, the minigame too isn't like every tree. That's the thing with this, is it's kind of random, just like everything else in this game. They love that, just say, due to a set probability. A ginkgo tree. I do remember seeing that there's a minigame for axes. I just don't know about... This is a bare hand. Oh, got some ginkgo. Nice. There's actually a pretty decent amount of maple trees here for a good maple tree rotation. Okay, so there is. So hold spacebar to fill in the bar. Release space when it's in the blue area. When it's in the blue area? What the? So you can also do green for probably... What? So I have to do the first one right as well. You still, so I think when you fail, you still get like the normal type of resources, which is good. If they just gave you nothing for that, then that's just BS. But they at least give you the normal resources that you would have gotten, which is nice. I do like that mechanic. But that minigame thing is intended to give you like a ton more resources at the cost of a lot more energy. It is also a skill check, so if you don't really like Dead by Daylight style, you know, skill checks, then you're probably not going to enjoy this content. I didn't really know what I was doing on that first one, so I want to successfully do a minigame on each. So for right now, it's fluid collecting, then it's going to be axe. I have done the hoe one, the herb one, which I might do on this stream just so I can kind of say I did them all on the stream, you know? Okay. Do I even need maple sap? I probably should be harvesting things that I need. I think I need cedar sap, not maple. Actually, no. I might need maple. There's a elixir that requires something I'm pretty sure that maple sap can make. Like it has certain elixir. Where is it? Maybe not. Maybe it's not on the list too. That list is not reliable, so. Oh, here we go. So spacebar, it goes pretty quick. Can I just hold it down? I sure can. So, was it good? That was in blue, but okay. So I just need to fill up the syringe. Got it. 80. How much energy did I lose for that, actually? I was at 536, I think. It was 536, looking back at the VOD. 536, and I lost... So I think I lost 10 energy, and I got 1 regen back, which was 3 energy, because Cam was a blessing. So that gave me 80. That was 10 energy worth on one harvest. So that was like harvesting 10 trees at once. 80 seems about right. I mean, it's still random for what it's worth, but you know. The beauty of that and why that's important to notate that it's 10 trees, it was only one node. So when you're talking about like harvesting from trees or other resources, I call it a node. There's like a node inside the tree because there's a lot of trees that are just decoration that don't have the little interactive node here. So you're only harvesting from one node, but you're harvesting 10 trees. That alone is like, whoa, you know? Let me just continue getting a little bit more. I kind of want to do one more for the sap, and then we'll swap it up to do lumbering instead. All right, so you can't just hold it down. I don't know indefinitely. I'm going to test that now. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6. I'll say 10, 7, 8, 9. So I think you can just hold it down indefinitely. So you can actually get the timing perfect. You just need to hold down and then you just let go when it gets to where you want it to go to. So there you go. So 2 perfect and 2 good is enough to do it. I think if I would fail one... So hold on. So perfect, let's say... I don't know how much more the perfect goes up. It might be like 2 good. So you'd have to do maybe like 5 good or like up. It's 2 perfect and 2 good. I don't know. I don't know how many, like, what's the actual thing with it. We'll do some lumbering now. We'll see if we can get that event to spawn quickly. I think that one was the bar keeps going back and forth and you got to hit R at the right time or something like that. I vaguely remember seeing something about it in the patch notes. That was the one that was like, okay, lumbering, you know. I actually like lumbering. Not gonna lie. Not gonna say it's like my favorite life skill to do, but it's up there, you know. Probably because I've done so much butchering, I don't really like butchering. But something about just swinging an axe at a tree like this, just chomp. It could also be because in World of Warcraft, what I played before Black Desert, you know, 10 years ago, I did a lot of lumbering and mining. That was like the 2 things that I was very proficient in, so I just always had a respect for lumbering, you know. Could also very well be in my DNA, I don't know. Like, you know, great uncles, great aunts, great grandfathers, stuff like that. Are these all harvestable again? Not yet. I found out that these nodes take about like 10 IRL minutes to refresh. So that one, this one I can do. There's a ginkgo. Some more maple trees over here. Nice. Oh, it's pine trees now. Nice. I just need someone mute. Thank goodness for mute buttons. Okay, so this I have to hit spacebar at the right time, and there is a timer on the entire thing here. So, and it does get smaller and smaller. You can actually fail, and it doesn't immediately stop the minigame too. That's good. I wonder then, the next one I get, I might just... Oh, wait. Okay, I have golden keys. We're good. So these are chests that can happen too when gathering. You need golden keys for them. Or it's already been given out. Okay. So you can only get 1 reward per chest, but they give you a ton of different fruits and hardened sharps, which this was an update a while back. But in my experience, I don't really get them all too often when I'm gathering. I don't know if it's just like a lower chance too, because I know you can get them even from like harvesting meats, but it seems very rare to me. Get my sword back out so I can run a little bit faster. at 43, almost 40. Well, it's barely 43% on Master 19. That's the other thing, is I don't know if this is a better way. This might just be a better way to get more resources personally, more than like XP. Because I don't know if this gives you, like, if you do the minigame properly, if it gives you 10 times the amount of XP. So like per tree, the way that gathering XP works is very different than a lot of various other life skills. Although most of them, they've gotten a little bit more uniform these days, honestly. Hunting, you get XP from when you butcher, you get those little icons. That's what gives you XP for hunting. With gathering, it's dependent on what you gather. So if you just get like the logs, then you get a certain amount of XP. But if you get like a monk's branch, it doesn't affect, or it doesn't show up when you like claim it from the box. It actually applies how much XP you get when the box pops up. And the more items you get here, the more XP that you get. That's how gathering XP works. So a lot of people will say, if you're new to gathering, a lot of people will say go and power level yourself over at Bear. There's a bunch of wild herbs there. Wild herbs has the highest chance to give you the most amount of different items. Different items being a different item, not like, getting 16 maple timber cure is probably not that much different than getting like 4 maple timber. It's the fact that I also got plank and then also log and spirit leaves on that one. Or, this is an example of wild herb. My hedgehog procced everything a second time, or in this case, I did get this, which was a little bit different than the first 4 items. But yeah, gathering itself is, I didn't collect it. You don't have to collect the items either. You just need to just interact with it, and then you can walk away. You don't have to claim it to get the XP. Because the XP, again, as soon as the box pops up, you've been given the XP. Very different than hunting, where you get like those little seals, and sometimes you get 3 seals, sometimes you can get up to like 5 or 6 seals. Very rarely, but I think that might be a hedgehog proc too. And most of the time you'd get like 1 or 2. With gathering, it really comes down to what rare items you get. It looks like these are ready to harvest again. Can I get another minigame, please? Hey, some hard shards. So getting hard sharps, Caphras, that sort of stuff, because it's a rare resource, you do get a little bit more XP for those, even Layla's petals. Thank you, game. But generally speaking, more of the basic items is faster to level up. 1, 2, 3, 4, nope, 4, 5. There we go. 160 maple timber. And even my hedgehog procced on some of those. Nice. Alright, so the next one I just want to outright fail, just to see like what happens if I just spam spacebar. The fact that it's 160 logs off of, I mean, it's technically 10 harvests, right? But still, that's a lot. There's another ginkgo. Let's try to do some herbs too. See if we can get that minigame going. Even though I don't really need the resources from it. I've done far too much bear harvesting. Okay. So this one we're just going to absolutely fail multiple times. Oh, it actually shows where you fail. Huh. 2, 3, 4, 5. Even with all those X's, I still got about the same. 80 logs, though. That's actually really good. I think if you just outright fail it, I don't. So the reason why I tested that, I don't think there's like a you hit incorrectly, too many times. I think I did enough there where it would have automatically failed me if it would have failed me. I don't think that's a part of that minigame. Like the herb gathering one, you have to like get the roots to show. And if you fail to do so within the time limit, then you just fail the minigame. So I'm going to look for herbs now, see if we can do a herb minigame. Oh, there's this one. There's another one over there. Fruit of destruction, nice. Any day I can get fruits when doing any sort of harvesting, it's a good day. They're more common than you might think. At least in my experience. A wild herb here. Any more down here? I don't see any. Oh, a lot of herbs over here. The herb one is one of the weird ones for me because it's like a memory one. I don't really want, not that. I don't really need the trade good ones. There's 15 there, we'll discard that. Also, any beetles, I don't see any. Like the Kerms ones. I'll probably just have a lot of logs on me from doing all the log harvesting here. Okay, here we go. So I need to remember where these roots are. And then use WASD to move around for it. So here, 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 here. Oh, my memory's bad, apparently. I thought it was just like these two. Oh, okay. My memory's bad. Okay. So that's when you fail. You just get a normal exploration node or a normal node worth. Whoops. I do want to actually succeed in one for the stream and showing you guys how what you're supposed to do. That was actually tough too. The other ones I was getting when I was harvesting reeds were just like, there's two right next to each other. That one was just like, what is this? I was wondering how come this sounded like a huge mix. Some herbs. Oh, there's one back there. Alright, more herbs. It's a random NPC here. Who are you? A better question is, why are you here? I must not have seen him when I was chopping trees earlier. It's a random NPC out here. No herbs. Yeah, bear rotation is definitely better for herbs. Not gonna lie, this spot is very sporadic. So I don't think there's anything that's gonna dethrone bear like anytime soon. I'll be honest. Ooh, tiger flower. I need 2 empty slots. Really? Alright, fine. Valencia, Incado Harbor. This is where a lot of my wood logs go. Put you away, put you away. Should hopefully be enough. Oh. I got multiple fruit with those tiger flowers. Do they have a higher chance to? No, that was just a really good proc there. Festa coins. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. There we go. So that gave me 10 hards. Wow. All right. So whatever you go to harvest, it's basically like you're harvesting 10 of that one thing. So in this case, it was tiger flower. If I was doing it with wild herbs, it would give me quite literally probably thousands of wild herbs. I kind of want to now. Part of me wishes they would also do it in like the bear rotation. Excuse me, bear rotation. Because getting 10 times wild herbs must give you a ton of XP. So I'll keep that open, and hopefully with my 1/3 of my screen I can still find herbs. Or rather 2/3 of my screen. There's one here. Because I don't know if it will like stay open or no, it should stay open when the event's going on. I just don't know if I can open it if the event's active. Oh, tiger flowers around here. Oh, where's back here? Right there. These all look like wild herb patches, but they just don't have any somehow. What was that? Tiger flower, okay. Is it not possible to get them on wild herbs? I think it is. I did get it. I just messed up the event. And my left arm is... I feel like it's getting pinched. It's part of my issue with my wrist is I rest in a place where it gets pinched. Sorry, do you have one? Oh, you do. Nice. There it is. Which the thing I want to go for is just not being there, so please just let me do what I want to do, game. I want to see when the event is over, like what my XP is. Whether I pay attention or not, it's going to be on the stream, so at least I'll be able to go back and review the footage if I need to, but... Are these reset? I don't know. I think they have. I feel like trees take a little bit longer than other like nodes to reset, like the gatherable nodes. Herbs I feel like are very quick, because that's why bear is just so good. I saw one over here. There it is. So I will say this isn't like a bad spot for herbs, considering the bear rotation tends to be taken 9 times out of 10. This isn't a bad spot. You're traveling a lot more, unfortunately. So bear has a lot of things going for it. That there's just so many of them, and by the time you do a rotation, they're all starting to reset again. B, it's a very like compact area. It's a very small rotation. So as a result, you don't have to move very far. You don't have to do too much. 9 times out of 10, you're just probably spamming R, waiting for things to happen. So like here, I've wasted all this time where I'm trying to find one. Just found one. The bear, I probably could have harvested another 6 or maybe 7. Maybe even more, like 10 plus. Can I get an event to happen, please? Either I'm getting absolutely murdered by RNG, or it doesn't exist for wild herbs. Which, if so, that makes sense. I'm about to look it up, though. I'll give it like 5 more. If it doesn't happen, then I'm looking it up. He's not reset yet? Possibly. I say that and then I find one. I swear there was one around here. There's a violin part of this song that I love. Is that random NPC again? I'll do 2 more after this one. If I don't get it, I'm gonna look it up just to make sure. Either I'm getting absolutely shredded by RNG, or it just doesn't actually exist for herbs, which would make sense because why would they want you to have an easier time getting to Guru, right? Can I get just one more, please? Okay, last one. Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Give me a second. This one? It's not that one. Is that what they're called? What is this thing called again? It's just minigame. When was this? Was it? I think it was when the Land of the Morning Light came out. It was this one, right? Gathering minigame. There it is. So, gathering minigame. So winning the minigame will consume 10 energy. You'll obtain 10 times the amount of items that you would normally have earned. If you obtain lamb meat times by 10, hard black shard by 1, black gem by 2, you basically will get 20. So whatever you would normally get, I wish it would tell you what you get beforehand, so that way you know, do I want to win this, or do I want to try to win this, do I want to fail it, whatever. Is this just everywhere, actually? Because it says Valtara's clairvoyance and Valtara's memory will not affect the results even if you win the minigame. I think this is anywhere. It's not just Land of the Morning Light. Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm looking for the gathering one. It doesn't really say what is or isn't. There's this item so you can get that affects your entire family for 90 days. It's a max HP plus 100, max stamina plus 50, resistance plus 2%, max energy plus 50, energy recovery plus 1, weight limit plus 50, breath and strength XP plus 20%, and heat stroke hypothermia resistance plus 50%. It's a millennial wild ginseng that you can actually market. So ginseng is this thing here. So this is 6 mil, and these are the stats I read off. This affects your family for 90 days. This is like a 90-day value pack. That's insane. But it's an item you can get in game if you're exceptionally, you know, RNG carried or whatever. So it looks like on the fluid collector, if you get it perfect, it still takes 4 perfects to get it, but the 4th one is like barely any. So maybe 3 perfect and a good. And then the axe, that kind of just makes sense. The rock kind of looks interesting. Tanning is interesting. Same thing with butchering. What is it? So butchering is interesting. I want to show you guys what these are. So butchering, tanning, and rock collecting. It's not really the word for it, but you know. I think you just need to do the quest and you can go anywhere to do that, I think. So we'll head back to the mainland because I don't really want to try to find creatures that you can like butcher and stuff out of here. Plus I don't even think it's possible. Like there's not a lot of actual creatures in this region. They decided to do away with the standard that was mob grind zones. They're like, yeah, you want to go grinding a boss for 2 hours, or in my case, 8 hours? Go for it, you know? True story, I actually went and tried to fight Golden Pig King C5 with, I think it was 5 or 4 orbs? It was 5 orbs. Hated every last minute of it because he just has so many one-shot mechanics, and it's so stupid to me. So, I gave up after like 8 hours of trying. Consistent 8 hours. I think it was like almost midnight. My sleep schedule was all messed up at that time. It was like midnight, or maybe 10, 11 o'clock at night. It was late at night. I didn't stop till almost like 6 or 7 that morning. And that was not the only time either. It was the time before where I did like 2-3 hours as well. So at least 8 hours trying to fight one boss. And then I went on to, I basically am going down the list on the Black Shrines. So there's Pig King was first. Oduxini was the second one. He's a bird creature. Then Apex was the third one. I got Apex killed on C5 because he's a lot more forgiving in one-shot mechanics. Oduxini also has a lot of one-shot mechanics. And there are times where I try to iframe stuff and I just die, so it doesn't even matter. So I just don't even try with that. Really annoying. But, yeah. I now can beat C5. I did it on Barry this week. It was very easy. Barry? I don't know. You say it either way, I guess. B-A-R-I. So beat her on C5. Next week, it's whoever it is after that. I don't even really know. Today's Thursday. I believe the bosses reset Sunday, I think. Maybe like Sunday to Saturday, and then they reset Saturday to Sunday morning. At least Pacific time, that is. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to... I wonder if the butcher event occurs when you're hunting monsters. Like if I went and hunted wolves or lions or something, would the event occur? Because if so, that would save my life. But actually, I know a perfect place I can go to once I actually get to the well. We're going to head over to Duvenkroon because I need more snake and scorpion meat, so we're going to do some gathering of snake and scorpion meat. And you can do that at the Drigan rotation. So the interesting thing about that really is you can, if you only need like one, so there's this thing that happens. Also, I've been noticing this guild a lot more recently, and I'm not sure why. It's kind of a funny meme, not going to lie, but there's a rotation south of Tashira Ruins. It's a snake scorpion rotation. A lot of people go there for Valencia meals, myself included, and what I find at game, I swear. You can't do that. How dare you try to take advantage of trading and break the system that's being suppressed to heck and back. I'm really bitter about that because I'm not going to say I enjoy trading, but it's a cool thing that I do from time to time. Just to kind of give me something it's kind of like bartering, you know? But they just nerfed it into the ever-loving ground and they don't care about it. Like, yeah, that trade item that I'm going to go over to Valencia and sell it for like what? 10, not even 10,000 more because of distance bonus? 10,000 silver, really? That's not even going to pay for my trip to Valencia because to go from... the heck? To go from here all the way to Valencia, let me show you just how expensive it is. 21.9 mil. That's not going to pay for that. I'll have to go to Drigan anyways. This is 19.7, so... But anyways, there's a rotation, the Tashira Snake Scorpion rotation, and I find myself getting a lot more snake meat than scorpion meat, and I'm sure that's just an average there, because there's a lot more snakes than there are scorpion. So by doing this minigame, what you can do is, instead of going out to the desert, you can just harvest scorpion, and if you get a 10 times on a scorpion, then you're good. At least that's the idea. Alright. So I want to show you guys the last couple of mini games. So there's butchering, there's tanning, and mining. Now I don't know if like any consistent locations to mine near Duvenkroon. Yeah, let me just quantum jump across the ocean here. Wait, what? Why is it? You know, that's probably on the other side of the ocean actually. So the locations like here, I'm trying to think in my mind real quick, is there any rock locations that I know of near here? I don't think so. When I think of my name, my first thoughts are actually Pilgrim's Haven out in the desert, as are a lot of people. But then there's also spots like near Heidel. There's like abandoned mines and stuff like that you can go to. So part of me is like, maybe I should go there. Okay, so let me go ahead and put these away in here. There's tiger flower. Can I put this in here? I could, but it would make the inventory full. I don't want to do that. I'll put it in the new region. Put these in here. Put the ginkgo in there. Put that in there too. Put that in there. Actually got quite a bit of these while hunting those as well, which is nice. 49. Alright. Let's go ahead and edge of the location. Do some snake scorpion butchering. And I don't think there is there might be like random rocks here and there in Duvenkroon, but I don't know of any off the top of my head. If I did a search on BDO Codex, I might be able to find bdocodex.com. Look for rough stone. Go item. Rough stone is the item rough stone. It's one you can get from all sorts of different rocks and stuff like andesite, bloodstone. Gathered from, I guess I'll just start opening up some of these. Bloodstone, knock, sandstone, volcanic rock. That's not in the area, not in the area, not in the area. This one's kinda, but there's only like 3. No. Evankern does not have a lot of rocks, I'll be honest. Medea does, though. Alright, so we'll have to go travel to do rocks. Not Olden's rocks. Although I've been there a few times. I wonder if... So this is another thought I have. If Agris actually works with the minigames. Agris. It doesn't say anything about it in the patch notes. Gathering. So the other thing with it too, if you don't want to have that take up your energy and stuff, you can always turn it off, which is nice. So this is the location. Is there anybody here? Mobs look like they're all accounted for, possibly. I'm not seeing anybody here. Also don't want to accidentally just go killing everything. So yeah, this is the rotation. A lot of people tend to go the opposite direction that I'm about to go. So just, forewarning you guys there. At least videos I've seen. You go to this point on the map. So it's south of Tashira Ruins along the road. There's like this little bridge here with a river. You go onto the west side of it, and there's like this road that then leads into the actual Tashira Ruins up over there. This might help a little bit as well. There you go. Pause if you need it. So over here, what you can do if you're trying to learn the rotation is you type in snake, go to ecology. You want to go... It's not snake, it's a cobra. My bad. Cobra, ecology, Drigan, stone cobra, track. And then you want to type in scorpion. It's a rock scorpion, track. So now on your mini map, you'll have these little blue dots for where cobras and scorpions are. This is very helpful. So you don't even have to remember the location. You just look at the map and go, oh, there's a blue thing. Let me go kill it. Oh, it's a cobra. Sick. So that's honestly a good way to do that. So we're going to use Agris just to see if this overly complicates everything. Might break the game. Who knows? So butchering is kind of like a throttle, like a car RPM. It seems like it goes back and forth, and you have to hit it very much like Dead by Daylight, where it keeps bouncing back and forth, like 0 to whatever. And then you have to hit it at the right time, I think on the meat. Otherwise, you could... I think... we'll see when it actually shows up. According to the patch notes, it looks like it's got a bunch of different icons, and you have to hit meat 3 times in a row. I don't know if you can hit something else, or like if you do, if it just automatically fails it. If it's like a one and done, you can't make any mistakes. I don't really know for sure. Today is just a day of me testing these things and seeing if they're good, if they're bad, if they're indifferent. I'm hoping that you don't have to be Land of the Morning Light to actually do it. No, you don't. So you have 15 seconds, give or take. You have to match it with the meat. I failed that one, so that's not really good. 3 in a row, it says. Okay, I got it. So 110 scorpion meat, 20 well-polished souls. Nice. So that one I did get a well-polished soul. I really wish it would tell you what you got beforehand. So then A, you can know whether or not you're actually getting 10 times. And then not only that, but if it was like just meat and you're not going for just meat, you can then go, I don't want this. Let me just fail it a bunch. I can see why they don't do that though, because then people would just min max the absolute crap out of it. But you know, end of the day, it's, I don't know. It's one of those things that it would be nice to have, but I see why they don't. You know. Do that. Get this going over here. Like that one I just did with the black gem and the well polished soul, that would have been a good one to actually get one on. Here we go. So what happens if I 1 and then I 2, 3, so it does restart it. So you do have to get 3 in a row, which kind of sucks. Oh, there we go. Nice. So if you fail at any point, you do have to restart over, which kind of sucks, but it's all right. So these mini games, they breathe a little bit of life, in my opinion, to life skilling, so that way I can't just mindlessly just run around going in circles. I'm waiting for them to do something like that with combat, like you go to harvest, or like your pet loots something and then you're hit with like a quick time event or something. Don't give them any ideas. Combat stuff does not need extra stuff. Plus, that would be so stupid. It would like permanently lock you to a location and like other players come around and kill you and that sort of stuff like that. That just wouldn't be good. Also, I'm noticing that the sound of the hoe and the sound of the butcher knife are exactly the same. So that was exciting. I got 16 TEF for that. All right. Hey, to sheer ruins, nice. 1, 2. Boom. So yeah, this would be very helpful if I just needed Scorpion. The minigame would be very nice, because then that's like 10 extra Scorpions that I harvest in one rotation. So this I can definitely see being a very good thing. Alternatively, I probably still will go out to the desert from time to time whenever I need like Scorpion meat, just Scorpion meat, because that way I'm only getting Scorpion meat. Here I'm getting Snake and Scorpion, and as a result, there is, you know, a likelihood where the game will just give me the event more often on Snake, because there's more Snakes in this rotation than Scorpions, which is why I don't get as much Scorpion meat. So I can definitely see that being an issue, and just going out to the desert and still doing my Scorpion rotation every once in a while would be good. Because the Agris is nice on it, like over here, but the issue that I have is how random the minigame is. Like I've done another rotation, haven't had another minigame. So I would prefer it to be not on the Cobra, but on the Scorpion, but you know. I want to do like one more minigame of the Butcher, and then I'll show you guys the tanning one. I'm right by it twice. Let's keep going. I didn't actually go anywhere. Nice. Can I get on the Scorpion, please? Thank you. Alright, whatever. Two. Whoop. Oh, missed. This minigame is very infrequent. Or I was just getting extremely RNG carried there for a bit. Who knows?
Before it got all complicated. Oh, just give me the strength to move on, 'cause I don't really wanna move on. I gotta do what's best for me. I don't wanna cry again, even if I lose a friend. You say you had good intent when you hurt me. You do it all again, that's so loose to me.
I've been missing those two over there. There's a snake and a scorpion over here. Trying to think where I could go to get just like some leather or skin that I need or have already gotten before. 1, 2. Messed it up. 1, 2, and 3. Nice. So I do like that one quite a bit. Mainly because I could definitely use it on scorpion meat and it would cut down a lot of the time needed to harvest. Alright, so next up, I need tanning and mining. Those are the last two. Oh, tanning is like Flapping Bird. No! I don't want it. Why? Let's go to Storage Keeper. Let me disable tracking on all. Stop all, please. Thank you. Oh, this is gonna suck. What sort of hide do I have? Valencia Sandgrain. A lot of rhino. I guess I can go do rhino. There are a few times where I need worm hide, actually. Worm hide might be a good idea. I believe it's worm hide. Yeah. Growing old like a ghost, I wanna have kids of my own, yeah. Live a life till it's over, but until we two, it's sleeping soon. Video codex, worm hide. Find out where it tells me to go. I think it's near Calpheon. I'm feeling a little crazy. Sat at home being lazy. Wanna travel to the mighty. Really, I can go to Oregon Nest. Wanna take on the world and do something. Would you by my side like it's nothing? Wanna buy you things that you wanted. Wanna find you drop top without a choice, yeah. Hair blow around to the window singing stupid noise with you. I just wanna get to know ya. What's closer to me? Oregon Nest or Calpheon? I'm at the well either way if I want to get there fast. Go to Valencia, put the TEF away. Man, they're choking on. Wow, 48 of these. That was like no time at all. Just choking on some water. Just trying to mute myself so I don't cough in your guys' ear. Alright, so let's hop into the well. Maybe. We'll pause on the well because I just have this feeling. You look around, you see all these like exclamation marks. I've talked to all these people multiple times, but for some reason, the game is like freaking out a little bit. So let's not go in the well this time, and we'll just travel. Also forgot I'm on high detail because the snow is here, you know. What we'll do instead is we'll go to Heidel, because I know there's a few like rock places nearby Heidel. So let's go Serendia. I like how I'm not in Mount of Eternal Winter, but the game still has like the snow buildup. Even inside this cave for a second, that's funny. So remember when I was talking about hunting earlier? This is the spot I was talking about with goats earlier. Oh, excuse me. There's a bunch of goats in this area. And they do continue further down into this like back area. So if people are hunting the front area, there's a lot back here as well. So there's plenty of stuff that you can do there. Plenty of goats around this area. I hunted here for a very long time. The only issue though, if you are free to play in that regard, where you don't want to buy like the tent and that sort of stuff, the goats is not really a good place to go to unless you build a temporary like 24-hour anvil for your tent. You can get the tent normally and then just make the anvil. It's quite the process, but it's like a 24-hour anvil, which really sucks. But you know, you can do that if you want. I did for a while before I actually saved up the money, like put some money aside from paycheck to paycheck until I had enough for the tent. I don't regret it at all because the tent is so helpful. One, two, three. Like I'm almost near Serendia and the snow is still here. It's like turning into melted now. Actually, now that I think about it, mining is going to be very, very good with the event because there's a lot of nodes or a lot of different minerals that you need, like topaz, that there's only like 7 or 8 across the entire servers. Or like, it's kind of like truffles, right? Like even truffles now, if the hoe works with truffles, you can now get like a ton of truffles off of one harvest. That just brings this whole like situation to a brand new light. If you're like in a location or a region or an area where you just have an abundance of that resource and you can just, you know, go in a circle and not have to worry about it, that would be okay. But for the more rare resources like truffle mushrooms or topaz, sapphires, things like that, you can actually harvest quite a bit now. Instead of only having like 5 nodes per server, if you get one of them to proc the minigame and you successfully do it, you basically harvested 15. Okay. So I do know it's not the best location, but around here are rocks. So we're going to attempt to get a mining minigame. Please be number, like first shot, please. No. It's like barely any around here, actually. I know I've run around here on this mountain trying to get feldspar before. Imagine if you could bare hand get a like mini game on that. It'd be so messed up. Might be a lot of harvestable rocks in the worm cave near Calpheon, because I want to tan a little bit of the worms for worm hide, because I do need it very, very infrequently. So having some would be nice. According to the minigame for rock collecting, there's a giant rock and you use WASD to move around. And you hit spacebar on certain points, like little circles. And it caused the rock to collapse. Pretty much explode. Alright, we'll head over to Wargon Cave then. I know when I first was getting into mining rocks to then get cooking utensils way back, it brings me back. What I would do is I would actually go up and down that mountainside over there, and it was horrible until I went out to Pilgrim's Haven. And I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I like this out here. So we're heading over to Wargon Cave. We're gonna do some worm hide, and then if there's rocks in there too, I'll try to kind of do both at the same time. I think, is there a rock area near the Wargon Cave? I don't think so. Every time I think about Wargon Cave, I actually think of a cornfield nearby that has a lot of pork in it. I don't really think rocks in this area. It's always pigs. Alright, so... Where's it at? Entrance is around here somewhere. It's been a bit since I've been out here though. Is it more to the west? Yeah, here it is. Okay, before we go in, let me turn on this. Mount is being damaged by who knows what. Probably bees. Alright, fine. Doesn't look like there's anything here. So what I'm looking for is there's a bunch of do Wargons give you? No, let me swap over. This isn't gonna be worm hide, is it? It's gonna be Wargon hide. Where's the worms in here then? You? You're just a Wargon. Oh, you got a fire horn from that now. Or something. Remind myself of something new every day. Oregon. Here's the worm. Okay, so this is basically Flappy Bird. So you just have to hit space bar to keep it within the lines. And I don't know what happens when you fail, but this one was kind of easy, not gonna lie. 204, holy. It's been a while since I played on my Kuno, like did any sort of combat. Some things just tend to be just, you know, a memory. You know, things just don't really go away. It's 2 Wargons. I need Wargon. Or not Wargon, I need the worms. There's a worm. No, that's not a worm. First worm I ever interacted with, first worm I interacted with gave me the tanning event. And now I just kind of want to get the tanning event just so I can see. Oh, fancy reptile skin. Cool, more knowledge. So what happens if so you just fail. So there's no buffer here for tanning. If you fail, that is it. So spacebar. I'm just like tapping it a little bit. There you go. So tanning, pretty simple. I don't mind that actually. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna escape just so I don't have to climb out. Tanning is pretty straightforward. Makes sense. If you make a mistake when you're cutting like real hide, it's scuffed. You know, you can't undo it. So it makes sense why that's one shot. Now over here. We'll head over to Medea, because I do know there's a lot of rocks in Medea. Hopefully. I don't know for absolute certainty, but... rough stone. Gatherable objects. No. An item. Rough stone here. I think I should be able to remember. I know Medea is a very, like, it's pre-desert area, but it's still very, like, arid and not as humid or wet. It's very dry over there. So I do know a few spots that kind of come to my mind when I was trying to do things, but what I might actually do, now think about it, we'll go to Glish. I'm all over the place right now. Because part of me is like, yeah, just go to the Pilgrim's Haven, you know, and just mine bloodstone out there, because that's how you would get a lot of rough stone. In the past, that's where I've gone and spent countless hours out there until I'm at where I'm at now, where I have like 200 repair kits, and I just don't really do that much cooking, so it's fine. But I don't quite remember what I need for my compass when I actually get done with it. I believe you need a topaz, sapphire, and maybe like a diamond or a sapphire. Like one of the best ones in the game. You can take like sapphire, grind them together, and you get like rough sapphire, and then you can take the rough and you can make, I think, like fine sapphire or something. It's like a whole process requiring a bunch of different items, and I don't quite recall what I need for the compass, so I might want to look into that. And maybe start working towards some of those, because I do know where a sapphire cave is, I know where a topaz cave is. They're both near Glish. So Laffy Bed Mountain. Upgraded compass. Product of a pattern. So this pattern is going to need gold topaz, ocean sapphire, and blood ruby. And these items, let's see, topaz. I do have 2 gold topaz. We're good on topaz, actually. Ocean sapphire. I do have one of those. Don't tell me I don't need anything. And then ruby is a blood ruby. Blood ruby. I do not have a blood ruby, so I would want to look into blood ruby. Blood ruby is going to require 7 resplendent and a gem polisher. So ruby. I probably have enough. Yeah, I got plenty of these. Okay, so we'll go to the Topaz Cave, because I have everything I need for that. I just need to craft it. Fugger is apparently an NPC I've never talked to. I haven't done 7 seasons now. Good to know. So if you're near Glish, you head south from the city, town area, Near this intersection on the minimap, there's like this tiny little road that leads to a main road. There's a tree on the left-hand side. Next to here is a cave entrance. And in this cave is Topaz. This is the Topaz Cave near Glish. There's a few I'm sure that I don't actually get here, but there's one over here. There's... oh, dropped too far down. Come on, let me go up higher. Come on. There we go. There's one here. I just saw something here. Oh, that's just a normal rock. I'll mine it too while I'm here. Across this little river. Surprisingly, I can climb up that. There's a little thing here that looks like it's topaz, but for some reason I can't harvest it. There's one here. It looks like there's another one up here, but again, I don't think I can't actually harvest it for whatever reason. Inside the water, you go this way. There's a chest. You can actually attack it if you wanted to. But over here, there's a bunch of like miners, or a bunch is apparently two. But on the right hand side on the upper shelf, there's topaz over here. And on the other side, there's another upper area as I get stuck in the ceiling with a move. Where am I? What's going on? Right here. There's another topaz right here. And then there's some other things like... it looks like that might be ruby, but for some reason you can't harvest it. Maybe once upon a time you could, or maybe it's just an aesthetic ruby, I don't know. This isn't all of it though. There's a few other ones. I've never been able to find it, but apparently the map I think shows like one or two over here, but this looks more like diamond to me than anything else, and like killing the guys nearby doesn't like let you mine anything. So there's a topaz up here. That's where the river is. And then all the way over this way, there is, I think, just one more for topaz, which is on this little cave pillar thing. So if you ever need topaz, this is the cave to do it in. And I was kind of hoping to get an event on one of those, but some copper here. Nothing. Oh, I saw something else. More copper. So basically what I would do is I would do that and that whole rotation, hop to a different server, do that rotation again, hop to a different server, do that up to 4 servers. And I would highly recommend doing that in your home servers first, your guild home servers first, because that would be the best use of your time. At the very least, you can check them pretty quickly. I mean, if they're all, you know, if one server is taken, might as well check the other two just in case, even though other people might have the same guild server and might have just done that, but... more topaz. That was a hedgehog proc, actually, 5+2. And then up over here, some more topaz. No event. Over here. I don't think that, no. Look at this topaz. Jump across. This topaz right over here. Some more topaz over here. Now we go over this way. Hop up over here to the right. Some more topaz. Ooh, no event, but we did get the chest to spawn. 2 of them. One there, and then the other one's vibing down here. It looked like it was on top of it from that camera angle. Nice. No event. Okay. So one more server to check. I'm just going to stand on this one and then go to server 4. I really hope it works on topaz because that would be very helpful the occasional times that I need topaz, like badly. So when you go to make certain like not, I don't think accessories per se, but certain life skill clothes like hunter's clothes, you do need a lot of topaz for. I didn't mean to kill that guy, sorry buddy. I was trying to get up on this other shelf. Nope, still nothing. The other miner's all like, what'd you do to Fred? Was there another topaz over here? It looks like there's a topaz here, but I don't think I can actually interact with it now. That sucks. Whatever. Alright, so we go over here. Again, it looks like one's there, but you can't harvest it. Sucks. Two. Ah! Dang it. That one. There's another one here. I just want the event now at this point. I don't even really care if it's not on the topaz. It just would be nice because 10 times harvesting a topaz, even if it's like 50, that's still a lot of topaz, you know. Alright, well. There we go. So this and then space. What? Once you find a crevice, keep hitting it. Wait, what? I really didn't read what that said. I just saw it was like, let me keep tapping that. Target to the weak point. If you find the weak point, just keep hitting it until it cracks. So... Ah, got it. So the gimmick of that one is that you, once you find the one with the circles that appear, all the other dots disappear and you just bash the crap out of your spacebar. Go. This is also the other entrance to it as well. It's above this tree. Hello, spider. Which is just opposite side of the road. Topaz Cave, revealing Black Desert's secret spots since 2023, I guess. There's also a Sapphire cave that also... Excuse me. My throat hasn't felt good since I actually choked on water. Go me. Yeah, there's the minigames are cool. I'll say that. They're pretty cool. 200 rough topaz. I don't even know how much I got for that. What did I get for that? 50. So it wasn't too bad. Pretty decent amount. I say as I casually get like 33 from a normal harvest with Agris, so. Let's put you away. I need to go to a main city because I want to put stuff into Central Market. Let's turn that off for now. But yeah, I do want to encourage people, if you are an avid grinder, if you just kill mobs, if you ever get bored of doing that, I would definitely check out Lifeskilling at the very least, and don't stress the finer details, and it will carry over to your grinding a little bit as well. When I go grinding and killing monsters, I'm constantly like, how much money am I making? How like efficient am I being? You could totally be like that with anything, but in my opinion, it's nice to just say, I don't know what I'm doing really, and I'm just gonna go gather meat for an hour, or I'm just gonna go kill or gather whatever for however long. It's totally fine to just take a break and be like, you know, I need this time for me, you know. Just need to sit down, you need to take care of some stuff, and that stuff mainly might be more of just like a mental thing that you just gotta get past. Instead of like stressing the small finer details, just take some time and just enjoy the game. At the end of the day, it's a game, so. Zell hide, I'm actually going to toss that. I don't need that. Wargon hide, I really don't need Wargon hide, I'll be honest. So we'll just toss that, toss that. Rubies I need to put away. This I don't care for. Tin ore, put that in Camasylvia. Where do I have tin ore? Potential market. Wait, what? I don't know why it's in there. Got some gold. Got a lot of topaz and rubies. Those in there. Gold can be put away in Valencia, Shukatu, gold. Right, I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back. And try to clear my throat from almost dying from choking on water. Went back for like 30 seconds. I think I just saw that Nova dance and then immediately put on an outfit. Alright. It's time for me to do my daily thing of running around trying to find people who are at least somewhat active, even if they are just AFK fishing. I do want to point out again, if you guys are tuning in or maybe you've been watching for a bit, if you are currently playing the game, you don't really have a guild, we currently are recruiting in our guild, Gods of Blood. It's not a PvP guild, and some people might get intimidated by the name, but you can do whatever you want as long as you're nice to fellow guildmates. And just know that if you do start some stuff, I can't guarantee your safety. Why can I not click on this person? This person doesn't exist. This person just doesn't exist. Alright, cool. Sick. This person does, though. Unfortunately, their horse got stuck. So if you're interested in joining a guild or want to be part of a guild, let me know. I'll get you hooked up. Our guild servers are Serenity 4, 5, and 6, but obviously you can be in any server you want. There's no requirement for gear. You can just be whatever gear score that you are. We do have quite a bit of people that are currently in the process of starting out the game and like first season ever. So don't feel intimidated. Anybody and everybody is welcome, provided that you just follow the simple rule of being nice. Grab that one. We'll do that one, I think. Hunting mastery. Let me put on my cook's clothes, and then I think I've done my. My leg felt cold, and I think it's just water. But that freaked me out. I'm gonna go over to Camasylvia and check to see if I could sell my cooking. Actually, I could check here. What am I doing? If I can, then I'll go do that real quick. go. I can. All right, time to go to Camp Sylvia, because my hand twitches that way. So yeah, my goal is at least today do gathering and just kind of take it easy. Don't hurt my wrist any more than it already feels. And then tomorrow being Friday, I don't know. Not sure what I want to do. Do I want to continue doing more gathering, more life skilling stuff? Like maybe I can do some hunting. I can't say I've done anything like too seriously today. Just going around, just kind of experimenting, checking things out, you know, which is totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. Just part of me is like, I could have done a lot more. I could have been a lot more productive, a lot more efficient with my time, you know, but it's fine. Check to see. Pearl shop, Black Spirits pick. Oh, they have summer stuff here. They have the Noel outfit for summer because, you know, role playing as a reindeer with what looks like snow time attire. Or this one that's also another like winter one. Angelic Queen. I do not recognize this one. This is supposedly a summer one? There's no stockings and then stockings. When did they implement this one, the Angelic Queen? Was this like a... This has to be like a winter one, because it kind of gives me that winter-esque vibe. There's also Demonic Queen with and without the stockings. And then Gravekeeper outfit, which is a male class, and then Ramhorn, which a lot of people tend to get for female classes for whatever reason. What is this? Oh, this is a new one for this year. This one actually looks kind of cute, not gonna lie. Are these... Oh, this is a triple one. Okay. Silver events. They do have Layla's Petals. I love how they don't even bother showing the item. They're just like, here's a ticket. Plus 40 stack. Oh, 2. Sorry. And then 2 mass. So this is technically 200 silver. They could have done 50 to keep it 100, but you know, not like it really matters too much. Also, make sure that you guys check the Black Spirits pick for the silver event stuff. There's things like 3,000 loyalties. There's a token of gratitude, which is a 7-day value pack, Camp Sylvia's Blessing, and Book of Old Moon, and a bunch of other things here too. As well as underneath loyalties, there's also a bunch of 100 loyalty stuff, which I already bought. Maybe they got rid of it. I think they must have just got rid of it. There was a bunch of 100 loyalty stuff. And this I will be getting too once I get enough loyalties, because this increases your max sailors by 1, which will be very nice. Sailors, I'm currently at 6 of 9. Nice. So I'll be able to get 10 sailors, and then on my Karak, when I actually get that, you know, fully built, I'm still in the process of it. I'll be able to have like just about 10 sailors on it, which will be very nice. So earlier I mentioned the bear rotation. This is the bear rotation, B-E-H-R, not B-E-A-R. So there's wild herbs along this side of the road over here, and then, you know, you go down this way, and then there's a couple over here. You head back, you go up over this way, there's a bunch right here. The biggest spot is in this area. There's a ton in this area. And then some over this way, go along, there's a few here, back over here, and then you start the rotation again. So the bear herb rotation is honestly the best rotation or location for gathering, like pushing gathering XP. Not so much mastery, not so much items or things that you might need. It's mainly there for items, but a lot of people found out that when you're gathering, you want to gather items that give you a chance to get more slots on the gatherer's window. So the more that you get for that, the more XP you get, even if it's all like common items. So let's say you end up getting like 1 Caphras versus like 5 or 6 different types of herbs. The 5 or 6 different types of herbs is actually going to give you more XP than the one Kaffir stone. So realistically, you want to go for herbs and try to get, even though it's all RNG, try to average a certain amount of slots on there, probably like 5 or 6, and that's a pretty good amount. If you're just starting out with gathering, I think you have to get to skilled 5 to use them, but magic tools are really good for mastery. They lock you at 650 mastery, which if you're above that, don't use magic tools. If you are below 650 mastery, what in the brown bear, what the heck? Completely derailed my thought there for a second. If you're below 650 mastery, then you want to use the magic tools because they will help you out a lot. They raise your mastery to 650, it hard locks it at that. If you're above 650 mastery, don't use them because it will actually reduce your mastery. Now, to a certain degree, you do want more mastery because the higher your mastery, the more base items, the higher chance to get more rare items and stuff like that. The big issue, though, is when you're trying to power level, you want silver embroidered clothes, which doesn't increase your mastery like the Manos ones do, but you get a lot more XP for it. So there is something to be said about where you are and like what you're trying to do. If your gathering is below 650, I would say use magic tools if you can. If your gathering is above 650, then I would definitely say if you can still be above 650 while using the silver embroidered, then do that. Personally, that in my experience, that has been pretty good. But at the end of the day, it's a time gated thing. So if you push more XP, you might be able to get your level faster, but you're still going to have to spend a long time getting to that point. So it doesn't really matter too much in the end. But getting to certain mastery thresholds or certain like master or guru or something like that, obviously getting skilled 5 so you can use magic tools is good, and then start using magic tools for a bit. In my experience, that was pretty good and continues to be kind of how I go about things. I do have, most pen Lifeskill Manos tools, so for me, I don't really stress too much about using silver embroidered, to be honest with you. Hey, trade master 10, nice. But there is something to be said when you're much lower level, that you do want to, in my opinion. Why is that archer moving? Was there a red player that went through here? All right. Most of the time, what you want to focus on is pushing XP until you get to a certain level. You'll just be gaining a lot of items regardless of using silver embroidered versus normal. So the normal clothes, for instance, this gives me with this, let's say hoe, right, 1630. If I put on silver embroidered, which is only a +4, it's not +5 yet, and I don't know if I actually want a +4, it's hard to get, I actually drop down to 1330. So I lose quite a bit with that. I lose 300 because it's 300 mastery, but 1200 is still a pretty decent number to be at for that. Honestly, if you, depending on what you want to do in the game too, really dictates where you go and how you go about things. So if you're trying to go for items and don't really care too much about experience, every time you harvest something, you're going to get experience. It's just a given. In my opinion, I would suggest just power leveling to maybe like Master 5. Maybe Master 10. Work toward getting Tri-Manos everything, which you can also get one of these for free. It's a Floramos earring. It's basically a Tri-Manos. I think you can get any one of these, so you can do earrings, ring, necklace, or belt. It doesn't really matter too much which one you get because it's basically the same thing as any of its counterparts. It's literally just a free Tri-Manos without having the 3 bars. So in my experience, I would definitely recommend getting at least up to like Master at the very least. And then when you put on silver embroiders, you, depending on if like you have Trimanos, you should be pushing at least like 1230, or at least, you know, maybe like 1200, maybe 1100 at Master 1. I don't know the exact like what you should be at. I think it's like 5 per level. I don't really know. But you should be over at least 1,000 at Master 1. And from there, I would definitely just say, screw it, just do silver embroidered stuff. A lot of it does, like I said, depend on what your tools are. So mine being pen, you know, I do get that extra like 400 mastery here. So, you know. But anyways, I digress. Let's see. I don't really have too much more I want to do today. I mainly just wanted to look at the Land of the Morning Light stuff. I didn't really want to burn any agris or anything. I don't really have the desire to go grinding anything right now. So put those away, and then Lon's outfit. This is one that typically gets sold quite often, and even though there's like 100 orders, I have actually snagged maybe like 7 or 8 of these in the last 2 weeks, last week even. So did I get this one? I don't remember what I did yesterday, I'll be honest. Okay, so classic. You can also look up classic or premium, and those are 2 ways to find outfits that might be on the market. Just sort by item quantity, but there's a lot of pre-orders on everything, so more than likely you're not going to find anything. But who knows? You never know. Then this is kind of back up to price again. They used to be 26 billion. But when I bought mine, they were like 24. So this would be a good time for me to buy, actually, if I had the money for it. But yeah, I don't really have much in mind. The last thing I'll leave you guys with, besides going over here and inviting this person into guild, hopefully, if I can. It's a Zerker. There you go, buddy. Is I'm going to leave my Doom Horse outside and show you guys that if you go into your house and you lay down on a bed, your body's recovering energy. So you actually gain, I think it's 1 more energy per 3 minutes on a bed. I'm going to double check that just in case, because I can't quite remember. I thought it was like 2 or 3. I think they're all just 1 though. Oh, this one's 2. The winter wood bed is 2. Huh. Let me go and it's on the Drac, which I haven't touched since Awakening. So this bed, I will collect that one, and then I want to move this one to that corner. This one was 1. So, oh my gosh, this bed is tiny. It looks so tiny in comparison. It might be the same size mattress. It's just like the edge of it's bigger over there. That's probably it. Almost looks like a kiddie bed, not gonna lie. Plus your character never puts their head on the pillow, which irritates me too in the game. So sleeping on a bed or having your character just chill on a bed like this is a good way to get energy back. The base is +1 every 3 minutes. Chemisylvia brings it up to a +3 every 3 minutes. And then sleeping on a bed usually gives you a +1. In this case, this bed gives you a +2, so it's +5 energy every 3 minutes. So that's a good way to recover your energy if you're ever like playing the game, but you have to go do something real quick. You can always like move your character to a residence, put down a bed, and then have your character sleep on the bed for a bit, and that will actually recover your energy a lot faster. What I do when I'm not actively playing the game is I go on my Mystic here and just have her lay on a bed. And then another thing I will leave you with as well is that you can get these energy potions. You have to have at least 200 energy, but you can go to various NPCs. The main one is Aliston in Velia, the Alchemist. And you can convert 200 of your character's inventory into a energy potion or an energy potion. And the energy potion recovers 50 energy upon use. So you can have an alt that all they do is just go and convert that character's energy into energy potions, and then you can use those on your life skilling character. So you can have basically like a battery farm. And when you get multiple characters, how the game works is per hour that you're not logged into a character, they gain 1 energy. So you can actually tell, like, one of the last times I was on a character, like say this person, was 278 hours ago. But that energy is only calculated when you're actively online. So a lot of these characters that are like in Velia, I should actually take them over to Aliston and get a bunch of energy potions, or even Calpheon. There's Aliston there as well. So you can go and convert all of this into energy potions. Like there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 8, 16. This will be 18. My main character, my main combat one, I don't really do a lot with energy, so I probably would do that as well. So I have like 20 extra potions, which would be another 1,000 energy total. And those potions have a 10-minute cooldown, so I just don't have any on me, but that's the little slot for them. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here. It's kind of a shorter one today, but I just didn't really have much I wanted to do beyond just a little bit of life skilling and just trying to take it easy. Tomorrow, we'll see how things go. I think, yeah, we did everything for the minigame, so we're good there. Tomorrow, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, if I want to like grind for money or if I'm going to grind for compass piece again. I don't really want to go grinding for compass piece for a bit, so we'll probably, if anything, grind for a little bit of money, or maybe I might just take the day off. I don't know. We'll see. It's been a rough journey this week for me, so with my wrist starting to hurt too, it's something I do have to pay attention to. I might play other games too. Buddy of mine was like talking about playing Celeste, and when I picked up the controller yesterday to do my dailies and stuff without hurting my wrist, I was like, man, I could play some Celeste right about now. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much, sir, for showing up. If you guys have any questions, try to leave comments down below as a video, like the VOD part of this. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you for watching. I'll try to answer most of your questions. You can also join the Roadies Discord down below, and you can ask some questions. I believe there is a BDO or Black Desert side of that. So if you guys are interested, go down there and ask some questions, and I'll do my best to answer those questions for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and God bless.